Good afternoon. It was so hot today here in Sydney, Australia, so I've been hiding in aircon the entire day. It's almost 6 p.m, so let's learn some English and go for a walk. I'm just relaxing, enjoying some music. A lot of kids have these electric bikes nowadays, maybe slightly purple, more pink. I didn't need to rush for this train. Starting my walk off with a walk around this sports oval. Really nice green grass. It's currently fenced off, so we can't go through and walk on the grass, unfortunately, but this is where a lot of people come to play sports. I'm currently in a suburb called Chatswood. And this has been under construction, I guess, or repair for quite a few months now. But it's still really nice to walk around here. It's very scenic, the sun is nice. It's still really hot. But a nice place to start the walk. I've got my earbuds in. I'm just relaxing, enjoying some music, and having a peaceful afternoon. But like I said, it's still so hot, so I'm hoping it cools down a little bit soon. I mean, it's summer, so I guess what do you expect? So much nicer in the shade, finally on this side of the field. Oh God, there's the sun again. But about 5 minutes in the sun and I'm already sweating. So I'm gonna try find more shadier areas to walk. I think we're gonna go for a little walk through the suburbs here so I can show you kind of a typical Australian suburb where people live, just normal streets. We'll end in the next suburb over called Artarmon. And from there, I'll get the train back to Chatswood. So I'll show you how to catch a train as well. All right, just walking through this tunnel to a walking path. A little scary at night, this spot, but in the day it's really peaceful and nice. Look at that beautiful sun coming through. This path is really nice to walk on, but you may have noticed I forgot my hat. So we still have a bit of sun. It's going to go down soon in about an hour, but there's a nice breeze in the air, so it's starting to feel like it's cooling down a lot. I do need to be careful where I walk though, because this path is for both bikes and pedestrians. Get a few people running up and down along here. I've been thinking about starting running. I go to the gym, but I mostly just do weights. But I'd love to start running. It's kind of something you can do anywhere in the world, anywhere you want to explore. Just like areas like this, it's very easy to come out and go for a run whenever you want. All right, signs like this that tell you this is for both bikes and pedestrians. So if you're on a path like this, make sure you stay to the left. Stay all the way to the left. So if a bike comes up behind you, especially when you can't hear them because you have earbuds in, then you're going to be safe because they will have enough room to go around. Usually people riding bikes or cyclists will ring their bell on the bike to warn you. So you'll be pretty safe, but just keep to the left. Don't be all over the path. Path's coming to an end just up over here. And we've got this giant tower, which is a good landmark. I don't know what that tower's for, but it's massive. So if you ever get lost, you can find the tower and hopefully find your way back. Press the button to cross the road, and then we wait for the little green man. There we go. Isn't that a cool bike? A lot of kids have these electric bikes nowadays. It's really easy to get upset at people riding those electric bikes, but maybe I'm just jealous because when I was a kid, I didn't have that, and I would have loved to have an electric bike when I was a kid. I'd love to have one now, to be honest. This is a pretty typical Sydney suburban street. This one's still on quite a busy road, so there's a lot of traffic, but this is still fairly typical. There's a lot of units, kind of like apartments, but smaller density. They're not as tall as apartments, but people have their own units, cars parked along the side, and a lot of trees on the walking tracks or the footpath. Maybe this isn't quite typical. It's a very busy road, so I think we're almost at Artarmon, We'll have a little look around the town, and then I'll walk through some back streets to show you, you know, what it looks like where people actually live in houses and apartments and units and flats. Probably mostly houses around here. We'll see. I do have to say it's much nicer now. The weather, it's cooling down rapidly. It's rapidly cooling down, especially in the shade. It's actually really quiet for a Saturday. I expected a few more people to be around. I guess it is dinner time, or maybe a lot of people are still hiding from the heat. But there's a few restaurants along here that are open. A lot of shops will close early in Sydney, around 5 to 6 p.m, even on weekends, but restaurants would be open. So it's a lovely quiet afternoon. I like it. There's the train station over there. There's a train now taking off. We'll go over there later and catch a train, but for now, we're going to go down this way and have a look around the town. All right, let's go through this tunnel here at Artarmon Station and down the stairs. This is what a lot of people call like a little Tokyo, because there's a few Japanese stores, but not too many. So it's an interesting name. I think some of them closed down. It's actually not that busy tonight. I'm shocked. There's just not many people around. Usually on a Saturday, there's a lot more people. It's actually really nice down here. That tree, that pink tree, maybe slightly purple, more pink, it's in full bloom in summer. Look at all the petals on the ground. Very scenic. This one too. So the reason they call this Little Japan is there's a Japanese supermarket right here. And then just over here used to be a Japanese noodle restaurant, but sadly it closed down recently. But just over there, there's a little izakaya, or yakitori restaurant, where you can get kind of skewers and different grilled Japanese food with some drinks, and a sushi place on the end. I don't want to go too close because people are eating and I don't want to disturb them and put the camera in their face. But one more thing to show you is one of my favorite cafes, is this cafe right here. Obviously it's closed right now, but it's called Only Coffee Project. They do some delicious cappuccinos, delicious cold brew, delicious ice long black, whatever coffee you want. You can get it right here. It's really good. Japanese supermarket's still open. I'm actually going to go in and get a drink because I'm sweating. It closes in 10 minutes, so I'll see if she lets me in. Hello. Finding drinks. I think she's filling them up. Here we go. All Japanese drinks. I don't want any tea because it'll keep me up at night. So I think I'm going to get this. It's just water with flavor in it. Seems nice. Yeah, I'm going to go for this. Hello. Just that, please. Yeah. Thank you. Just on time. Yeah. Thank you very much. Bye. Right. Beverage required. It wasn't cheap. It was $4 plus a 50-cent surcharge, which is a shame, but you know, it's a small business, so I don't mind supporting them. The surcharge means that if you pay by card, they charge you an extra fee on top, which in this case, if you spend under $10, then they charge you an extra 50 cents, which seems like robbery. It is robbery, but I'll give it an exception. I went in late, she's closing up, I got a drink, and I'm gonna relax for a little bit, enjoy it, and then we'll go walk around the streets a little bit and see what it looks like to live in a typical suburb in Sydney, Australia. I'm actually impressed with how peaceful it is tonight. Like I said, I thought it would be really busy. It smells delicious from all the food, but I think because it's a hot, sunny day and it doesn't get dark until after 8 p.m, I think people are coming out slightly later tonight, perhaps. Get this bottle open, a little screw top cap. Let's try it out. That's delicious. It's definitely not just water, it's a step up. It's got grape juice, lemon juice, fructose, which I think is like a fruit sugar, think. Sugar, salt, lemon extract, citrus fruit extract, mandarin extract, yuzu citrus peel, dried tomato extract. There's tomato in this, or tomato in this, tomato, flavor, and some random chemicals. But it's nice. That should hydrate me. That was a nice little break. That drink was really nice. But let's walk around a bit more. As promised, let's walk around a few of the streets here in the suburb so you can see what it's like. This is somewhat typical, again, in Sydney. It depends where you are in Australia. Things can look very different. This is also a pretty nice area. I certainly can't afford to buy a house in this kind of area. But nevertheless, this is an insight or a look at what it's like to live in a suburb here in Sydney. You'll notice a lot of trees, a lot of green grass along the side of the road, a lot of nature integrated directly into the suburb. A lot of my friends from overseas tell me that when they first came to Australia, one of the things that impressed them the most was the amount of big trees just in our suburbs. You'll see around here there's a lot of just houses, family houses, very decent size. A lot of houses here aren't multi-story. A lot of them aren't two-story, they're only one story. So there's only one level. But some houses, like that one over there, is a two-story house. So they have two levels in their house. It's very rare for houses here to have basements. Wow, look at this little community book swap. I think if you live in the area, you can put a book in there and take one for yourself. So it's like a mini library run by the community. Wonder if there's any good books in there. Let me know if you've read any of those books in English or in another language. I won't walk too far. Honestly, a lot of it looks the same. A lot of the houses around here are extremely similar. But I'll try to do a little loop, go back to the train station, and then we'll take the train back to Chatswood and maybe find some dinner. Some beautiful houses around this suburb. It's a bit of a mix between old houses and new houses. We're not far from Sydney City here, so it means a lot of houses were built over 100 years ago, maybe more. But at the same time, there's a lot of houses that have replaced the old ones and are new. So you see a mix of different houses. It's quite nice. There's a bit of history still. I love this mailbox. That's a really cool blue mailbox. That's a lovely house. That is a lovely house. Oh no, someone lost their pet birds. I'm gonna blur out the phone number, but I hope Luna and baby are found safely. This area is lovely. It's quiet, peaceful. The houses are absolutely stunning. I did say a lot of houses here weren't two stories, but there's a lot of two-story houses around here. It's a lot of wealthy people live here. I'm envious. I am envious for sure. This is a nice area. Oh, I think there's a little stream or something over here. You need to get off your bike if you're going here. Yeah, I don't really think this goes anywhere. It looks like it just goes to a fence there, and then the train tracks are just above. But down here, I said stream. I think this is more of a drain, a stormwater drain. It looks kind of natural over there, but down here, it's a drain for stormwater. Oh, there's a little staircase here that goes up, and there's a bin. Oh wow, just this lovely little grassy area here, a small park with some benches that you can sit on. There is a trail that goes there. Maybe you can walk along the train tracks. But I'm gonna start heading back to the station now. It's getting a little bit later, so I'm gonna get hungry soon. and definitely need some dinner. Here's another tunnel to Hampton Road. Let's head this way back to the station. To the right, it's back to the station, so let's go. All right, remember this tunnel? Well, this is actually also the entrance to the train station. To the station platform. Straight up these steps and we'll be on the platform. Oh, I hear a train. The train's here. I've got to go quick. All right. Got my phone ready. Tapped on. Sorry, bad footage, but I need to get on this train. The next one would have been 8 minutes anyway, but whatever.
We're getting on or off the train. Doors closing. Please stand clear.
I didn't need to rush for this train. I could have waited 8 minutes, but I rushed. All you have to do is tap on with your credit card or a debit card, and that's your ticket. You can also buy something called an Opal card. We don't use physical tickets, we just use the cards.
This train will stop at Chatswood. Change at Chatswood for metro services. This station is...
All right, let's throw this bottle away into the recycling bin. Boom. Get my phone ready to tap off. I've taken a back alley here, so it's not very pretty, but I wanted to get away from the crowd for a little bit, and in just a moment you will see why there are so many people here. I mean, Chatswood's a very diverse area. There's a lot of restaurants of various cultures, primarily Asian, Chinese in particular, but every weekend they have night markets. A lot of these markets are a little pricey. Usually street food's supposed to be cheaper than kind of normal restaurant food, but for some reason in Australia it's more expensive and people love it. I guess it's more for the vibes and the good times. Chatswood is much more crowded with people. It's a beautiful evening. Everyone's out and about trying to get some food from all the restaurants around here, the markets, or even in the shopping mall. All right, I think tonight I'm having some Japanese food. I feel like noodles. This is one of my favorite restaurants around here. Doing abura soba. Just a little glimpse of the menu. It is so loud in here, so I won't be able to commentate too much. But I'm getting the original abura soba, and after that long walk on a beautiful evening, I'm going to get a small beer, just a small beer. But I'm very excited for these noodles. And I also, it sounds weird, but I don't want people to think that I'm a food reviewer. I don't know why. I just don't want people to think I'm reviewing food, because I'm not. I don't know why I care. Look how delicious that looks. Oh, on a hot day, nothing looks better than this. Oh, sorry. Cheers. It looks so good. Cutlery's down here in the drawer, so let's get some chopsticks, napkin. First step is to mix the noodles, which is very difficult with one hand, but I will do my best. You know what? When you stop caring, everything's so much easier. That's so good. It tastes so delicious. A little bit of beer. Absolutely perfect. So you may be wondering, why am I eating Japanese food? You're in Australia. Go Australian food. Well, Australia is very diverse. It's a multicultural country. We don't really have local cuisine. People often eat Japanese food, Thai food, Chinese food, Italian food, Indian food. Food from all different cultures is very typical in Australia. And it's all you can get. There isn't much that's just Aussie. Delicious. All done. Time to go. That was an incredible dinner. I enjoyed having the beer as well, even if it was just a small one. That's all I need for tonight. I'm very full now, a little bit bloated from the beer, but it feels good. Okay, the wind is picking up now, so I think it's time to head home. Thank you so much for watching the video all the way through. I hope you learned some new English words. Leave a comment and tell me, what new English words did you learn in this video? Of course, don't forget to like and subscribe for more English comprehensible input videos coming very soon.